So John Collins' name will be one that has a lot of value here as we enter free agency. You know, he's played his entire career with the Atlanta Hawks, and I've met John Collins and interviewed him in the past. Really seemed like to be a guy with his head on right and, you know, focused on the game of basketball, getting better. He's always been this super athlete, but he's expanded his range, can knock down that three-point shot. And I do believe in a couple years it'll be a thing that he knocks down consistently, which just only increases his value. You know, John Collins could get anywhere between 100 to 120 million, maybe even surpassing that in restricted free agency. Remember, the Hawks have the right to match any offer that he does get. And we are expecting John Collins to get some offers here from a couple teams in Texas. Reportedly, the San Antonio Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks both have interest in acquiring John Collins here in free agency. We'll see what happens with Dallas. Keep in mind, they got some cap room. They missed out on if they miss out on Kyle Lowry, then they're going to want to do something with that money. You could easily plug in a guy like Collins to play alongside Luka. That seems like it'll work. Ironically, Luka and Trae Young were traded for each other on draft night. So he go from one guy that was drafted in that draft to another one in that draft. What was that, 18? So, I mean, ideally, you know, it's going to work out in John Collins' favor. He's going to get a bag. Now, the pressure is on Atlanta. Do you lose one of the pieces that was a part of this great run you guys had? Like, I think a lot of pressure's on the Hawks. So what happens is when teams exceed expectations, you get that fan base behind you, and they want to keep this momentum going. I feel like a lot of pressure's on the Hawks because with them making the conference finals and getting 6 games with the Bucks that ended up winning the dang thing, you kind of got pressure to run it back with this team or at least keep this nucleus intact now. Your process has maybe gotten expedited by a couple years. So I'm sure the Atlanta faithful's like, yo, y'all better find a way to sign John Collins. And maybe they will match that offer to keep him in Atlanta. But it's going to be over $100 million to keep him in Atlanta. It's going to be a nice payday for John Collins no matter what happens. He's one of the top free agents. I think I got him as like number 3 on my board, number 4, somewhere in my top 5. He's going to be a heavily coveted guy. Them Texas teams going to want him. We'll see if the Hawks will match it, though. Free agency right around the corner. You want to make sure you subscribe to the platform, locked and loaded. I got you. You're in good hands with your boy. I'm like Allstate, man. You're in good hands.